unveil the enigmatic connections between ancient myths and biblical narratives as we delve into the intriguing parallels between David and Adonis. From the Semitic origins of Adonis to the symbolic significance of the erect phallus, each revelation offers a glimpse into the rich tapestry of ancient belief systems. Explore the symbolic depths of David's oracle, where themes of protection, lordship, and divine favor intertwine. Witness the ritualistic power of singing in fertility worship, and decipher Ezekiel's cryptic visions, revealing the sacred symbolism of the phallus in ancient religious practices. Ancient myths unveiled. David's fertility symbolism. In the Old Testament, David is known as the beloved and counterpart of Adonis, a fertility hero god. The name Adonis comes from the Semitic word adon, meaning lord, which can be traced back to the Sumerian word ANDUL, meaning heavenly shade. Both names, Adonis and Na'iman, relate to the concept of protection and lordship. David's Adonis and fertility connections are clearly seen in the oracle attributed to him as the author, John Allegro. The oracle of David, son of Jesse, the oracle of the erect phallus, the man who was raised on high, the semen smeared, anointed, of the God of Jacob, the Na'im, heavenly canopy, sweet, of the stretched penis, psalmist, of Israel. The term son of Jesse is without a doubt a Hebraized version of the Sumerian word ba-rush-sa, which unequivocally means erect penis. The name was deliberately chosen to bring it in line with other phallic names, and it is worth noting that it also appears as Briseus or Bresius, which is one of the titles of the phallic Dionysus Bacchus. There is a direct correlation between the description of David as the Na'im of the stretched penis, ZMR, of Israel, and a passage in Isaiah about the Adonis plantations. After a proper translation, it appears that a verse in the Bible reads, "You plant the plants of Na'iman, Adonis, you sow the penis, ZMR, of the field." Cultic rituals and phallic worship. In the David oracle, the word zamir is often translated into English as songs because the root word ZMR also means sing. However, this translation is based on the idea that singing was primarily a sexual activity used to stimulate new life. This is evident from the fact that it causes an erection in the male organ. The word is therefore considered cultic in nature, as singing, along with lamentation, was part of the worship of the fertility deity. It is in this cultic phallic sense that we find ZMR used again in Ezekiel's vision of the abominable practices being carried on in Jerusalem during his absence. Having been shown the women bewailing Tammuz, Adonis, at the entrance of the north gate of the temple, he brought me into the inner court of the house of Yahweh, and behold, at the door of the temple of Yahweh, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men with their backs to the temple of Yahweh, and their faces towards the east, worshipping the sun towards the east. Then he said to me, "Have you seen this, O son of man? Lo, they stretch out the erect phallus before them, put the branch to their nose." John Allegro states that it is important to note that the bearing of the phallus was not just a mere physiological feature of the Dionysiac processionals. Rather, it held a significant symbolical meaning within the mushroom cult. It represented the sacred fungus itself, the phallus of God. The cultic mythology surrounding the roots ZMR and MSR, or MZR of the same meaning, derived from the Sumerian word Sur, have caused a great deal of misunderstanding among later generations about the history of the Jews. It is imperative to understand that one of the names of the mushroom was the stretched gourd, also known as Kusi Mizar, in the old language of the North African Semites. It has often been confused with the squirting cucumber, but we now know that it was a distinct and separate entity. From the Exodus to Passover, Egypt's mythic legacy. The root MSR is unequivocally known in Semitic as the designation of the country of Egypt, also referred to as the territory or the two territories, signifying Upper and Lower Egypt. Modern botanists have clearly established that the Old Semitic name Kusi Mizar means the Egyptian gourd. the ancient myth makers deliberately named the sacred fungus the Egyptian mushroom, giving rise to the myth of the Israelites' sojourn in Egypt. The New Testament also adopts this theme, narrating how the Holy Family fled to Egypt to escape Herod's persecution of all male children 2 years old or under in Bethlehem and its environ. The writers of the New Testament cite the text from Hosea, "When Israel was a lad, I loved him, and out of Egypt I called my son," as the justification for this exercise. Israel as the God's firstborn son in Egypt is the theme of the whole of the captivity and deliverance cycle of the Exodus. Thus Moses is commanded to approach Pharaoh with these words, "Thus says Yahweh, Israel is my firstborn son, and I say to you, let my son go that he may serve me. If you refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay your firstborn son." The carrying out of this threat to kill all the firstborn of the land of Egypt forms the setting for the institution of the Passover. After the escape, Yahweh commands, "Consecrate to me all the firstborn. Whatever is the first to open the womb among the people of Israel, both of man and beast, is mine." The ancient fertility religions believed that the firstborn children were special and had a connection with the first menstrual blood of a virgin. These children were required to be returned to the god as a way of restoring balance in nature, which was disturbed by their birth and human appropriation. The Exodus Passover tradition was based on this belief. The story itself was created based on the play between the name of the fungus Mezar, which means erect, stretched, and Masor, which means Egypt, to set the place of the myth. It also played on the common Semitic name of the mushroom, Petra, and the root PTR, which gave firstborn, release, and unleavened bread. The Hebrew storyteller used the mushroom name and epithet to create the Exodus story with great skill. The New Testament writers also used the Mizar epithet of the fungus in their myth-making with great effect. The root MSR has various forms and provides a rich harvest of puns for storytelling. The New Testament has many instances of this. One of the most well-known examples is the epithet given to Judas Iscariot, he who betrayed him. The verb MSR means handover, as a betrayal, particularly to Gentiles. So Iscariot is considered the arch-Mazor betrayer of all time. Another word, mesor, meaning bonds, imprisonment, is different in root but similar in sound. By playing on this word and the mezor of the fungus, together with the PTR that gives Peter the apostle and patira, unleavened bread, the story in Acts is created. It begins with, "And when he, Herod, saw that it pleased the Jews, he proceeded to arrest Peter also. This was during the days of the unleavened bread, and when he had seized him, he put him in prison." As we unravel the intricate tapestry of ancient mythology and biblical narratives, we unearth profound connections that offer insights into the human psyche and the origins of religious symbolism. From David's association with Adonis to the ritualistic significance of singing and invoking fertility, each motif reveals layers of meaning woven into the fabric of ancient traditions. As we navigate through Ezekiel's vision and the Exodus story, we encounter timeless themes of liberation, sacrifice, and redemption echoing across generations. In the New Testament, the symbolism of the sacred fungus continues to shape narratives of betrayal and redemption, highlighting the enduring relevance of ancient motifs in shaping our understanding of spirituality. Through the interplay of myth and symbolism, we glimpse the eternal quest for meaning and transcendence, guiding us on a journey of inner transformation and spiritual enlightenment. If you found this exploration intriguing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like the video, share it with friends, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts.